The next thing I want to talk about is this idea called enterprise mode. Enterprise mode lets you dictate settings specifically for Internet Explorer 11 using lists. It's a different and alternate way of performing it. And you can read more about enterprise mode. In fact, let me go ahead and show you where to find it right here. This is a website that demonstrates and talks about Internet Explorer enterprise mode and using this idea called a site list. So the idea is that once you turn it on, you dictate a specific site list. Now, this is a great idea in theory, but the problem is that you'd have to build these site lists specifically for different populations and then craft your group policy objects such that it specifically hit different populations for each site list. And that to me sounds like a huge pain in the neck, which is why we decided to bring this functionality to PolicyPak, dynamically delivering different groups of settings without really needing site lists. In other words, we're making the site lists for you on the fly. So let me show you how to do that. The last piece of this before I continue on is I do want to mention something just weird about enterprise mode, is that enterprise mode, as you can see from Microsoft, kicks in 65 seconds after Internet Explorer 11 starts. You can sometimes jumpstart it by closing out Internet Explorer 11 and turning it back on, and sometimes that makes it kick back in. So I'm going to probably end up doing that during my demonstration here. So let me go ahead and close this out here. Okay, those are all closed out. There we go. And let me go back to my management station. So now I want to use enterprise compatibility mode. And I can either set it for a specific user, so on the user side, or the user, rather, not just the user side, for everybody. So for everybody on the computer side as well. I'm not going to do that here. Okay, I'm simply going to specify the user side. And once again, I have this idea of merge or replace. So if I want to put in, for instance, for enterprise compatibility mode, http www.policypak.com, enterprise, and http www.gpanswers.com, default. Okay, what this does is it says when I hit these websites, okay, match them and then go into the enterprise compatibility view. If I hit this website, gpanswers.com, go to the default rendering engine. And this is automatically generated on the fly. And what's great about this is that now you can use item level targeting filters, something that's built into PolicyPak, to specify that that list will maybe work specifically for a particular security group. For instance, your, I don't know, like maybe your West sales users or something like that. So for instance, if I were to pick my, West sales users, okay? So you can see I've got a group called West sales users, and this list will expressly dictate for the West sales users. If I had another set of entries, like for instance I wanted to specify enterprise compatibility mode for administrators, okay, so maybe I just want to go to http www.fabricam.com/enterprise, okay, just for administrators, I would simply pick item level targeting filters and pick the filter of matching on the security group of maybe say domain admins. Okay, so let me find domain admins. There we go. All right. So that's the general idea here about why we built enterprise compatibility mode into PolicyPak, because we wanted to give you this quick way to dictate settings without having to generate these lists and making them static. Now we've converted enterprise mode to being dynamic. So let's go back to, this machine running Internet Explorer 10, that's not going to work. It doesn't work there at all. But this machine running Internet Explorer 11 on Windows 7 should work. And let's go over to this machine and we'll run GP update on this Windows 8 machine running Internet Explorer 11 as well. Okay, we'll let that finish. Go back over here. Okay, great. We'll go ahead and close this out. Now remember, if you try this yourself and it doesn't work the first time, don't freak out. It's specifically because enterprise mode says it doesn't kick in until 65 seconds or so after it starts. That's just the way it works. So in order to make this sort of accelerate, I'm going to go ahead and close out Internet Explorer and open it back up, and hopefully that will jumpstart it. All right, here we go. I'll rerun it here. And boom, this is the icon for enterprise mode, and you can see that the web page is being rendered in the old rendering engine. Okay, but if we go to another website, GP Answers, it's being told to render in the default engine, and so you don't see the enterprise compatibility mode. If we go over to this other machine here, we'll go ahead and close this out. We'll run Internet Explorer 11 here. Let's see what happens. Once again, you may need to wait up to 65 seconds. So I'll go ahead and pause the video here and we'll wait 65 seconds. Okay, 65 seconds later, I hit refresh and boom, enterprise compatibility mode kicks in once again, just like we expect. And the other one that's specified as default is not rendering in that engine. So there you go. That is how to quickly and easily deploy both compatibility view and enterprise mode, enterprise compatibility view, with PolicyPak. And again, the best part is you don't have to create specific lists. We do it on the fly based on the group policy object, and works just the way you would probably want it to work. So if this is interesting for you, you're welcome to come and get a trial download. Just hit the webinar download button on the page, and we'll see you soon and get you started. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you soon.